Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hello everyone. My name is Hasya binti Ahmad Shauki, and for this video, I would like to talk about social media addiction.
Checking and scrolling through social media has become an increasingly popular activity over the last decade.
Although most people's use of social media is non-problematic, there is a big percentage of users that become addicted to social networking sites and engage in excessive or compulsive use.
I have seen that social media addiction has become a norm in this era of modernity and advanced technology, where all of information and entertainment are accessible just by the tips of our fingers, especially for children and teenagers.
I know this because I own social media accounts as well, and I can use it whenever I want for entertainment purposes. As students and young adults, we are not accepted, as we use our phone and social media often. A study from the book Journey of Society, it is found that over 210 million people suffer from dependence on the internet and social media. And it includes us young adults, as it has become a need for us to own social media accounts such as Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and many more social applications. Therefore, I would like to explain my personal point of view about social media addiction based on the definition and how it affects the brain. Social media addiction is a behavioral that is characterized as being overly concerned about social media,
Driven by an uncontrollable urge to log on to or use social media.
and devoting so much time and effort to social media that it impairs other important life areas. Social media addiction is also a term that is often used to refer to someone who spends too much time on social media like Facebook and Twitter or other forms of social media. As a result, it affects the person's daily life. Meanwhile, addiction simply means a compulsive behavior that leads to negative effects. And in this case, social media addiction is referring to someone who has a compulsive use of social media.
For example, people who constantly check updates on Facebook or stalking other people for hours.
Although there is no official medical recognition on social media addiction as a disease, the negative habit of excessive use of social media has become a subject of much discussion and research. Due to the effect that it has on the brain, social media is addictive both physically and psychologically.
According to a new study by Harvard University, self-disclosure on social networking sites lights up the same part of the brain that also ignites when taking an addictive substance. The reward area in the brain and its chemical messenger pathways affect decisions and sensations. When someone experiences something rewarding or uses an addictive substance, neurons in the principal dopamine-producing areas in the brain are activated, causing dopamine levels to rise.
Therefore, the brain receives a reward and associates the drug or activity with positive reinforcement. This is observable in social media usage.
When an individual gets a notification, such as a like or a mention, the brain receives a rush of dopamine and sends it along reward pathways, causing him or her to feel pleasure.
Social media provides an endless amount of immediate rewards in the form of attention from others for relatively minimal effort. Therefore, the brain rewires itself through this positive reinforcement, making people desire likes, retweets, and emoticon reactions. Another perpetuating factor of social media addiction is the fact that the reward centers of the brain are most active when people are talking about themselves. In real life, it is estimated that people talk about themselves around 30 to 40% of the time. However, social media is all about showing off one's life and accomplishments, so people talk about themselves as staggering 80% of the time. When a person posts a picture and gets positive social feedback, It stimulates the brain to release dopamine, which again rewards that behavior and perpetuates the social media habits. So, social media can be a great way to connect with people, but you must not neglect the importance of physical communication with others too. You should never let these online social platforms take away your precious time or control your life. You should be the one that controls them as a tool. Throughout my speech, I have explained about social media addiction based on the definition of social media addiction and how it can affect your brain. Before I end my speech, I would like to give you all a quote from Germany Kant that goes, "The internet is a dangerous place. If you are not careful, it will consume you and rob you of your happiness. It can make you angry, jealous, hostile, bitter, and lead to the eventual loss of enthusiasm for living your best life. Be wary and avoid overconsumption." That is all from me. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, click the like button and make sure to leave a comment.
Goodbye.